Hello everyone, my name is Michaela, Cinematic Stitches here on YouTube, and welcome to my show all about cross stitch. I hope you're all doing very well. It is December 16th, I believe. This will likely be my last Flosstube for 2024. That's exciting. I don't have a ton to share today because I've really been focused on just a couple projects, which you will see. But I do have some fun things. So I hope you're feeling very festive. I am in the mood for wearing my Hail Santa Christmas sweater. So this is fun. I love this sweater. And I wish I could wear it more than just December. But either way, whatever you're doing, I hope you're comfortable. I hope you have your stitching. I hope you have something warm to drink. And I'll take you through what I've been doing the past few weeks. So last we spoke was the end of November, and I set my sights on a couple goals then that I wanted to finish before the end of the year. And boy, am I getting there. So we're going to start with finishes. First up is the October Stitch for Pride release. So Stitch for Pride is a year-long stitch along that Dee's 20 Stitches is put on. They are going to be doing another one in 2025 that I have not purchased yet, but I am planning on doing so. I think it's only going to be on sale until like the end of the year or something. So if you want to, like, if you've been looking at everyone's Stitch for Pride 2024 sales and been like, oh my God, like what a beautiful piece, sign up for the 2025 one because Dee will remove it. It's a limited time thing, so get in while you can. You don't want FOMO, right? No one wants FOMO. Okay, so I finished October's release, which was a tribute to Edward Gorey, who is just a fantastic illustrator. But yeah, look at that. It's like a tribute to man, what did they call it? Like Man with Bat on His Head or something like that. I really could have put this in my notes, but I did not. Oops. Anyway, look at him. He was big, as you can see, quite tall. I loved the skull. And then we got to do some satin stitching, I think, here for the hair. But anyway, that was super fun. I enjoyed this. I stitched this with Raven thread from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, which was a thread that I got for free, actually, as part of my gift bag when I went to Stitch North, which was fantastic because I was going to buy kind of like a variegated grayish black thread there, so that fit the bill. That was fantastic. This fabric is, oh my, I'm blanking, Eris by Mystic Fabrics. It was one of her Fabric of the Months from last year. I will show you more of this because I did do more progress, but we'll get there. Hold on, I got more finishes for you. Next up is this little guy. It's the Canada Goose Mill Hill kit. I'll bring him close because he has quite a few beads and he's got this beautiful little trinket. So Erin and Amity, the Hathaway Stitchers, gave this to everyone at our table at Stitch North, which was so generous of them. And it came with this fantastic needle minder, which I don't have with me now, but I did show you. It's a goose with his butt out. He's got a big butt. But look at this. I had so much fun stitching this. Let's pose. Let's get a nice shot here with this little guy. Oh, my face is huge in this. Anyway. He's super cute. I stitched this during the Jingle Ball, is what I'm trying to say. Because I wanted to do something Christmassy during the Jingle Ball. And I picked Canada Goose. So that was a start and a finish. Very exciting. I just, I started it on the Friday night, finished it on the Sunday. And he's super cute. He's very shiny. I keep looking at him because I love the beads. So this is my very first Mill Hill kit. And I really enjoyed it, actually. I do have 2 others that I own that I haven't started. But this was so simple and easy to do. It's like, oh, I should just bang those out sometime next year. They're like really quick and easy and cute. So I will probably turn him into like a little ornament or something for my tree. But that will be a next year thing. But yeah, there he is, Canada Goose. And I do have one more finish, and it's one I am so proud of because it's beautiful. I love it. I finally finished We're Made for Each Other. Ah, isn't that outstanding? Oh my goodness. Hang on, let me just I'll actually unfold it so you can get a better look. Wow. Right? Hang on, the light's sort of shining through. There we go. That's a bit better. Fantastic. I just decided that I wanted to get it done this year. So I was working on this most mornings, actually, just putting in 100 stitches here or there. And you know, those 100 stitches a day, they add up. So I think I had I can't remember how many stitches I had left on this, maybe 3,000 or something. And I was like, I could do that. And I did. There it is. There it is. So this is a pattern by the Witchy Stitcher. And we'll pose with this one too because it's beautiful. Finished. It's by the Witchy Stitcher. I love it. I put it on a 14 count Aida. This is Huntress by Picture This Plus. The thread is just a called for DMC. And as you can see, that DMC looks fantastic. I'm really impressed with the Witchy Stitcher, how she's able to get such shading out of so few colors. This is fantastic. I really want to stitch some more of her black and white pictures. The Vincent Price portrait she has is beautiful. I like the Bella Lugosi one, and then she has one called Vampire, I think, that she just released on her store. I'm tempted to buy it, but I'll wait until I feel like I'm actually going to start it. But it is it's a black and white cat with a vampire cat basically, and he's got a cloak. It's fantastic. She put it out on her Patreon, so I feel like perhaps if you follow the Witchy Stitcher, you know what I'm talking about. But Vampire is a great Vampire. I think it's just Vampire is a great pattern. But anyway, Made for Us is done. This is so cool. I plan to turn that into a pillow on my couch, on my millennial green couch. It's gonna look great. Anyway, I'm just so proud to have this done. It's fantastic. I love it. It was a lot of fun to stitch, actually, and a pretty easy stitch because there's just a lot of block stitching. Although I will say this hair, that killed me. That's a lot of black. I would put a strand or two in here and then continue to work on his face because the greens were more fun, but the black was easy. I'll say that. Okay, let's move along. I did have one other new start. So the Canada Goose was technically a start, but he's finished now, so he's technically a Saf. I have a plain old start, and that is the Nordic Holiday Countdown 2024, which is a partnership, what would you call that? A collaboration between Evertote, Roxy Floss Co., and Modern Folk Embroidery. So I did this last year as well. It's a yearly advent calendar that they release. So every day you open up a new little package, you get a different part of the pattern, and you get a brand new thread to use on the pattern. As with last year, I'm behind on it, but that's okay. Technically the amount of stitching they give you a day is totally manageable. It hasn't really been more, very much more than 200 stitches a day, which is awesome. But you know what? Sometimes I don't even have time to do 200 stitches in a day. And because it was focused on trying to get some other things finished, this is sort of languished a bit. But I have the first 6 days done. So that's something. That's, nothing to sneeze at. Sneeze at? Is that the saying? There's nothing to sneeze at? We don't need to dwell on that. We're going to say that that's what that saying is. It sounds weird to me, though. I might be getting that wrong. Anyway, whatever. Here is up to day 6 on the Nordic Holiday Countdown. And again, that is, oh my gosh. I have my ring light in front of me mostly to hold my phone because I'm it's sunny out. This is great lighting. And then we don't have to deal with the weird glare of the light in my glasses, but it is casting a shadow. Whatever. I'll hold it back here. There it is. So we've got a bunch of beautiful new threads from Roxy Floss Co. Oh, there's this, there's still a needle on it. a needle minder that we got with the project. And this is the fabric. So it is a 32 count fabric. I believe this is called Glacier. I might be wrong, but it's beautiful. I love these. So much fun. So yeah, I have been like, you know, kind of spoiling myself by looking at other stitchers I know who are working on this, like Shiloh from Crossstitch MD. I know she's working on this. So I've been kind of watching her progress. I don't mind being spoiled on the pattern. But yeah, it's just been a lot of fun to stitch. I'm enjoying it. I'll finish it sometime, maybe in January. I don't think I'll finish it in December, just with the other things I want to get done, but that's okay. I'm going to keep chipping away at it. Okay, let's move on to whips. I feel like I'm really flying, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, whips. Maybe I should have put my ring light on. I feel like the lighting is just because it's cloudy, it's going in and out, but you know what? That's fine. We're just going to deal with it. You're going to deal with uneven lighting today. Okay. So whips, Stitch for Pride. I continued to work on that after I finished Edward Gorey. I am on November's motif now, which I am not complete. But here's where I am so far, which is not too bad. I need to finish this strip here, and then there's one more strip. I think I have like maybe 450 stitches left on this. This particular month is an ode to the work of Molly Vaughn, and she is a trans artist, and this piece in particular is kind of like an homage to her. It's called Project 42, I believe, which uses like, I think, print and like textiles to honor the lives of trans women who have been murdered. And yeah, I mean, it's a really beautiful, powerful project. And I think that this is really cool that we're, you know, Dee is focusing on this and, yeah, just like getting more people to learn about Molly. Amazing. Anyway, that's where I'm at with this. I'm stitching this with a thread called Amethyst that I'm calling it Amethyst. I think it's actually called Birthstone. I'm calling it Amethyst because it's purple, and I was born in February, so that is my birthstone, but I'm pretty sure it's just called Birthstone, which was a Roxy Floss Co. release as part of last year's Christmas advent calendar. But yeah, that's where I am with that. I haven't started December's. This is where we are right now. I'm so close. So, I'll briefly mention it in plans, but one of my main plans this, like before the end of the year, is just to get this done, which is totally possible. Yeah, finish this and do the piece in the center. Then we're donezo, which is amazing, which means like this is one of the few Sal's stitch-alongs I've actually kept up with, somewhat, she says, as she's stitching November and December. But close enough, like most months, I was able to finish the stitching within that month. So yeah, super cool. I'm excited to have this done and finish it fully and display it because it is beautiful. Okay, what else did I do? Okay, the day after I filmed my video, I was like looking through my, the day after I filmed my last video in November, I was looking through my book of days and just like looking and seeing, have I touched all my projects this year? And the answer was no. I had touched all of them except for the Wizard Inventory Sal, which is by Sewing Starfish, which I do really like. I just have not found a reason to pick it up. And I said, well, I should rectify that. So let's do that. So last time you saw this project, it was here. I had this dragon done, like a bit of the border, one of the top rune motifs. So I thought, what do I want to do? I want to do something easy that I can finish, and hopefully it could be a full motif. So I picked the frog that was right by the dragon. And I did that. Look at that little froggy. There are so many color changes in this. I was like, you're a small frog, and yet you have like 12 colors. Maybe it wasn't quite 12, but it was a lot. Felt like a lot of colors for such a little guy. but I've touched this project, and what that means is I have now touched every single whip, which is like one of my ongoing goals, always forever, is to make sure I at least touch my projects once a year so they aren't just like languishing. Yeah, so Little Froggy's done. This is being stitched with DMC thread. This is on a Picture This Plus fabric called Mystic. It is a 28 count linen, and it is, they are not lying to you. The Flosstube world is not lying to you when they say that Picture This Plus is a tight weave. This like 28 count is tight, and I will say, I kind of wish I had picked a different fabric to stitch it on, because I actually find it quite difficult to count on this because it's so tight and because it's dark. But everything freaking pops on it, so it looks great. I'm not going to change my fabric. I'm just going to suffer through it. It's not real suffering, but you know, it could be easier, I suppose. But there's the frog, there's my dragon. I've got plans for this guy next year. And I'll leave it at that, because I am going to be making a 2025 plans video. Part of me was like, why don't I just connect it to this video? But I want to be able to like easily reference it when I post up my whip parade. So I think it's just going to be easier just to make it as like a short kind of Flosstube extra thing. Because not everyone's super interested in like, oh, here's what I'm planning on doing 2025, you know? Like, some people just want to actually see what you're stitching and not what you're planning on doing. So I think that would be nice to put it in a separate video for everyone. So that's what I'm gonna do. Probably gonna film it immediately after this and just change my sweater, so it gives the illusion that it's a different day. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I'll stop talking about that and I'll keep showing you whips. So at the end of November, I had a whip go call, and that was to do 5 days on the Sunroom runner from Carolyn Manning. I started this at the very first Manning May, which was put on by, I think Marjorie, Cam, from Marjorie Made, Cam the Stitcher, Megan from the Seattle Stitcher, Bridgen, the Museum Stitcher. I think those 4 started that hashtag, but like so many people have jumped in on it. Anyway, I started it not last May, but the May before. This is where I was at previously. I really love this project. It is so much fun to stitch. It is beautiful. Like, oh my God. Let me just show you what I've worked on now, because more color is coming into it and I love it. Do I know what way is up and what way is down? I think this is up. I think this is up. Here we are now. Wow. Isn't it pretty? So I mean, you can see what I put in. I put in this flower, I put in all these little floral bits. I added a bunch of green going around. Ooh, I love it. This is on a 16 count Aida. I believe it's called like French Cafe Mocha or something. I don't know. I feel like I'm constantly forgetting the name of this fabric. And do I write it down? No, I don't. Let me just do a quick flip through and see if I can find what this was called. Because I did have like my, well, maybe it's in here. There it is. Country French Cafe Mocha. Pretty close. 16 count Aida. I got it from 123 Stitch. Anyway, look at that. Ooh, is pretty. So much fun. So this, the Sunroom runner is like, it's a pretty big piece, and it has so much fill-in between all these designs. I don't think I'm going to do any of the fill-in. Like I did fill in here, which is fine, but I don't think I'm going to do it in the border or like the main section of the stitch. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. And I think that's going to look perfectly fine. And it's going to save me like thousands of stitches if I do that. So that's the plan. But yeah, I'm loving it. I probably won't pick this up again until May for another Manning May, but that's cool. That's fine. Okay, final whip. And this is the final whip go call too. I have completed whip go this year. Like I am so proud of myself. Actually did it. Last year, I think I missed maybe 2 calls. This year, it's done. And that's exciting. And that is this the right way up? It is. So the last thing I had to work on was 5 o'clock by Ink Circles. Stitchy Rin actually gifted me this pattern, and that was very cool of them. I love it. I want to keep working on it. It's so colorful and it's so much fun. Okay, so here's where I was last time on it. And now I am here. I really should get, I feel like I say this every once in a while, I really should get like a board so the light doesn't shine through, but that's fine. So what did I add? I put in this orange peel. I put in this, most of this drink. It's got like a pineapple and like some other stuff on top of it. But I did the shape of the glass and I filled it in. At least filled in the yellow, which is the main color there. I added a little bit of the like clock circle there, and I started the outline of this drink as well. So that was 5 days on this. Some of those were very low stitch days. Some of them were pretty good. But yeah, so that's where we are with 5 o'clock. It's coming along. I'm stitching it with DMC thread, and this is Tundra by Mystic Fabrics. It is a 32 count linen. So great. Okie dokie. What else? I think that's it for whips. Not bad. So, what do I got going on? Plans. I got some plans. I feel like I've barely done any Christmas stitching, which is like a bit of a lie because as we covered, I finished Mr. Goose and I did start that Nordic holiday countdown. So that's something, right? But I have like a bunch of Christmas whips that are languishing right now. And I would like to put at least one day on each of them. So that is my main plan for the rest of the year, is just to get some stitching into my current Christmas whips. I want to finish Stitch for Pride. We went over that. That's pretty easy. That should be totally doable. I think the December release is about 1,400 stitches, and I have like maybe just over 400 on my November stitch. So that's like, let's call it 1,900 stitches. I should be able to do that, especially because I have 2 weeks off of work coming up. Hallelujah. I love my job, but my God, it has been a very busy year, and I am just looking forward to like chilling out. So we're gonna be doing that. Yeah, so finish Stitch for Pride, work on my Christmas projects. That's pretty much it. Do my best to like finish as many of the Advent days or the whatever for this guy, the Nordic holiday countdown. I don't think I'm gonna finish that in December, but that's okay. That was like what I did last year. I just kept pulling the prompts when I had time in the new year. And yeah, I might treat myself to 1 or 2 Christmas starts. I was talking about this at the Jingle Ball in like one of the rooms I was in, like, what are you planning to start? I said I wanted to start Mistletoe Manor because I had purchased that at Stitch North, and Amity and I both got this pattern. And we got the Roxy Flosco conversion, which is fantastic. And I'm like, I would love to start that. But you know what? I don't think I should start something that big right now. I think I should like constrain myself. So one thing I know I wanted to do was to start the, I think it's called just Have Yourself a Merry Christmas from Shakespeare's Peddler. That is in the Primitive Needle and Punch. What is that? Primitive. Why am I blanking on it? Primitive Punch Needle magazine. You know what I'm talking about. Because one of my goals this year was to start projects from like books and magazine subscriptions I already have, and I haven't started anything from that magazine, and that was the one I wanted to start. So I think I should start one from that, and that's the one I want to start. I even bought the finishing pack for it, so I should do it. It's a little pillow. I'll put a picture up. I want to start that, and there's a hands-on design project that I bought at the Jingle Ball. I can actually show you both of these because I think I have them in my markup. One sec. Okay, so, you know when you open an app and you see the thing and you go to click on it and suddenly it loads and something new is there now, and now I'm clicking and opening something else, and this is an old iPad. It's taking a sweet time. Okay, so this is the punch needle pattern I wanted to start. So I exported it as a PDF and put it in markup so I could actually mark it up properly. I don't have a physical subscription to that magazine. I just subscribe digitally. So this is the one I want to start. I think I'll do this one next weekend. So that's really cute. I like that pattern quite a bit. So I want to start that one. And then the other pattern I wanted to start is called All is Bright, and it's by Hands On Designs. And this was a release last year at the Jingle Ball. It might be available now in the store, in Hands On Designs store, but I'm not positive on that, but this is what it looks like. And I have like the perfect fabric. There's not too many colors here. I'm like seriously obsessed with it. I want to start that. And I think I might start it today, just as a little treat, you know? So those are my plans. I'm going to show you some purchases now. I bought some things because I went to the Jingle Ball. It was Black Friday and I got a pretty big purchase as well that I will share, but let's do the patterns first. So first up, these are all digital patterns. I will show you my Black Friday purchases first because that's what came up first, obviously. So I got a couple from Kathy Barrick and Liz Matthews. I had purchased where did I put these things? I had purchased some finishing materials and now I'm like, where did they go? I know I bought them. Well, I'm sure I'll find them at some point. Anyway, I bought Tombstones by Kathy Barrick because I bought these Michael's tombstones. At least one of them anyway. I think I just bought one. And it's in my house somewhere and I'm gonna have to find it. I have no idea where I put it. That's great, but whatever. One day we'll find it. Anyway, I bought it specifically because I wanted to do this. This looked like a cool project. I wanted to finish it like that. So it was on sale. I bought Tombstones. And I also got North Pole by Kathy Barrick because how could I not? Look at that Santa. This is gonna be so much stitching, but I don't even care because look at him. He's all wibbly wobbly. I love him. From Liz Matthews, I got the First Day of Christmas sampler and tree. I don't know if I'm going to stitch all of these. Like it's kind of a huge commitment, but I have loved this pattern ever since I saw it. I love the bird. I love the shape of the pears, the colors. It's great. So I thought, why not? Let's get it. I also got her October Quakers. Very cute, small, looked pretty manageable. And I got Spring House. I haven't even started on, what was it? Autumn House? Pumpkin House. Pumpkin House is the autumn one. When I initially saw Spring House, I was like, yeah, whatever. It looks cute. But I saw it was like the model. I think the model for it was at StitchCon. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. That's cool. So I got Spring House as well. Moving on to Jingle Ball things. I just got a couple things at the Jingle Ball. I didn't go totally wild, but I had to get this one pattern. Yes? It's Sunday. What are they doing? Why am I hearing beeping? Anyway, I had to get this pattern from Lindy Stitches. Snowflakes and Stars. The Canada geese, or Canadian geese? I don't know. Canada geese. The color of that house. This whole pattern is just fantastic. I love it, so I bought it, of course. I also got Jingle Bell Baubles, which is the ornament book that's released every year at the Jingle Ball. These are so good. Like, I love all the patterns. I bought it for every year it's been offered. And I think it's a fantastic use of your money. I don't think this guy's gonna stop beeping, so I'm just gonna keep talking. I also got one pattern from the Blue Flower, which was Quilber. So this was it was a cheap pattern, but all proceeds went to, I think it's called the Animal Arc, which, you know, anything for the animals. I love animals. So I thought, hell yeah. And look at him, he's so cute. There was this cute video of Quilber, the porcupine, playing at the Jingle Ball, and he was adorable. And then, the last one I got was another hands-on design piece, and that is Christmas Folk. This pattern, y'all, wow. It's so pretty. I really like it. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's get that. Let's get Christmas folk. Okay, those are all my pattern purchases. I feel like I did pretty good, you know, mostly restrained. How many patterns is that? 9? 9 patterns. Come on, it's nothing. I got that, and I also got something else. I'm just gonna like haul it in front of the camera. This was a kind of treat yourself type purchase. I got a lap stand. It is big, but I stitch on my couch and it is perfect for that. This is totally blocking my face. Hello. This is from Hearthside Craftworks. You can buy this on Evertote's website. They have the lap stand, which is what I am hoisting above my head now. They have the lap stand, and they also have a floor stand. I live in a small apartment. I cannot have a floor stand. There's not enough space in here. But I've heard fantastic things about the floor stand. So when I was at Stitch North, there was a lovely woman there who let me try this stand because I've been interested in it. And yeah, she let me stitch on her project for a little bit with it just to test it out. And I really enjoyed it. So I thought, you know what? Christmas is coming. I'm just going to get myself a nice gift. And I bought this. So I purchased a couple add-ons with it. So what you see here, this crossbar here, and these two things, this is the Q-snap adapter. So this is what I was stitching 5 o'clock with. Like, just sort of jammed it in here. You can move this along for like any size of Q-snap. There's like some stabilizers to make sure it's sturdy. As you can see, you can like flip, sorry, it's a little wobbly right now because I've been moving it around, but you can like flip. I'll just kick the camera too, it's fine. 1 second. I don't know if that's the same angle. I feel like very uncoordinated right now, but that's fine. All I was trying to say is this mechanism here like spins, so you can get to the back of your project really easily. And the main reason I got this is because you can fit scroll frames in here. And I'm gonna start a chatelaine on New Year's Day. And I want to be able to stitch that on a scroll frame. Wow, this is loose. I should tighten that probably. So the main reason I bought this lap stand was because I'm going to be starting a chatelaine on New Year's Day. And I want to be able to work on that on a scroll to make beading easier. It's also going to be like a massive project. So I just feel like maybe the scroll frame's the way to go for it. And I think a stand will just make things more comfortable for me in the long term. I've complained about it a few times this year, but my forearms can get exhausted pretty easily, just like with what I do for work and in my other pastimes. Like I like to play games, so it's just like too much use can really irritate my forearms. So I think learning to stitch two-handed with the frame is going to really benefit me in the long run. And then at least I know another way to stitch, and it's not just like the one-handed like hoop stitching I normally do. So I can switch things up, so that's great. Right. This is it. It's really easy to put together. It is not cheap, but it's very well made. It's handcrafted. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, you can get like add-ons. So the plain lap stand comes with I think like a 20-inch scroll rod. I'm pretty sure it's 20 inches. Like I said, I bought the Q-frame adapter kit. That's what I have here. And I also bought a 30-inch scroll because my pattern is so big. My chatelaine is going to be huge. I don't know why I've done this to myself, but it's real big. So I bought an absolutely massive scroll rod to go with that. And yeah, I have yet to start stitching with the scrolls, but I've been enjoying the Q-snap so far. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Hearthside Craftworks. Go to Evertote's website. You can check it out there. This is obviously not sponsored. I am just talking about something I really like. This thing. I'm gonna put it down. It's actually not that heavy, but it is large. Anyway, I like looking at it. It's lovely. Okay, I think that's it for cross stitch. Thank you for watching this video. I know there's like so much content on right now. There are some people who are doing Flossmas, which I don't know how anyone has the energy for that, but I am so impressed with the people who do. I have really only been keeping up with 3 Flossmas type things. Tara from Will the Women Crafts puts out her, what does she call it? It's like a holovlog or something like that, where she opens some advents of hers. Crafty Gaming Jamie, I love her channel. Obsessed. Anytime she puts up a video, I'll watch it, but she's been doing Flossmas. So every day she's posting like her progress on her projects, and that's been really fun to follow along. And then Erica at Fibers and Floss Canada is doing one every 2 days, and she's got like a couple advents going, and she has like a lot of really cool like community prompts. The first video she put out, she released a free pattern that is super cute. So you can download that from her. I would highly recommend checking out her video series. It's just very comforting. And yeah, you get to see what she's working on, and Erica's so cool. So you should just go check her out anyway. All right. Yeah, that's about it for stitching stuff. I'm going to now talk about what I'm reading, watching, playing. That's going to be real short because I've been very busy. I've been like leaving the house a lot more than I've been having fun, but I'm a homebody. I like to stay at home, and so I've had so many things getting me out of the house. Again, fun, but exhausting, and it means I can't do, you know, my reading, my watching, my playing as much as I want to. Anyway, I'm going to move on to that. If you were just here for stitching, you can leave now. Like this video. If this is your first time here, subscribe. I release a video every 3 weeks. Okay. Let's talk about the things that I just mentioned. What am I reading? Absolutely nothing. I finished Between Two Fires, which was fantastic. I talked about that last week. Last video. But I really have not picked anything else up. I'm really like mentally run down right now. This is the end of the year. I just need some quiet time where I don't need to think about a million things at once. So reading is just like not something that's appealing to me right now, which is totally fine. What am I watching? We started watching The Penguin. That's on HBO. That is very good. It's not for everyone, surely. It's like a mob drama / comedy, because Colin Farrell's performance of the Penguin he's hilarious. Like he's a very good dramatic and comedic actor, and the way he plays this character is hilarious. Like the Penguin's just like this slippery little snake who can get out of any situation he finds himself in ways that I quite frankly find hilarious. So I've really been enjoying The Penguin. I like it because yes, it's related to Batman, but it doesn't feel, I really can't stand like the multiverse of content. Like Marvel, I used to be really into comic books and stuff like years and years ago, and I am like completely exhausted of most Marvel properties at this point, with the exception of X-Men, because X-Men's incredible. I will never grow tired of X-Men. But I don't want stories in like this big universe typically, but there's something about the Penguin. It just sort of feels like it's this standalone mob drama that is pretty well told, and it has great performances. Colin Farrell is great as the Penguin. He's a lot of fun to watch. I don't know the name of the actor who plays his like little henchman, but he's very good. And then is it Christian Milotti? She plays oh my god, I'm blanking on her name. Anyway, she plays the Hangman, which is like a obscure Batman villain. But she's basically she's the daughter of a former mob boss. and it's kind of like her, she's been locked away in Arkham Asylum for years, and she's been released, and now she's trying to take her rightful place in the family business, let's just say. And anyway, I just think it's great. I'm really enjoying it. It's funny. The story's really engaging. It's not a comedy. There are funny moments in it. I'll just say that. It's yeah, engaging stories, great characters, great performances, and it doesn't feel comic booky. It just feels like you're watching a kind of like a normal mob crime drama thing. So if that is your scene, I would suggest giving The Penguin a chance. I was unsure about it. I'm really enjoying it. What else? Playing. I bought Dragon Age. I've barely touched it. The Outlast Trials has eaten all my gaming time in a good way. I'm absolutely loving it. I talked about it last week. I'm still playing this. It's a multiplayer game. It's a lot of fun. It's absolutely grotesque. Like, it is. It's not for people who don't like, not to say that you have to like gore, but you have to be able to handle a certain amount of gore in this, because this game is really very adult. Let's just say that. But I'm having so much fun with it. It is absolutely ridiculous. I'm playing it with a couple people from work. The cosmetics are great. They're really gross and creepy and fun. This is like my new favorite outfit. I'm covered in hands. What's not to like? Anyway, Outlast Trials. That's what I'm playing. If you want a gross horror multiplayer game that you can play with your friends and scream, that's what I recommend. It's also by some crazy Canadians from, I think they're from Montreal. They're in Quebec anyway. They're French Canadian. So why not support a little indie Canadian company while you're at it? Yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. All right, I think I'm going to end things here. This is a shorter video than, well, is it a shorter video than normal? I feel like my videos kind of fluctuate between like 40 minutes and an hour, but this is relatively short. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to be putting out a plans video as a separate piece, as something I can just easily reference later and link to in other videos. Why not? I'm also going to be doing a whip parade, but I'm not going to be doing that until the new year, because I want to be able to finish December and then like see where I was at, essentially. But there is a whip parade coming. It'll come in early 2025. And yeah, my next Flosstube will be probably the first weekend of January, actually. So I'll see you around. And I hope you're all doing very well. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the year. Stay safe, everyone, and happy holidays. Bye!